13.
Ah.
He's psychic. He's psychic.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm not really going to talk about who Martin is. I want him to introduce himself in that way, but I just want to tell you, Vallarta just opens up so much life to all of us and the way we meet people here. And we don't meet people back in the States and Canada the way we meet people in Vallarta. And I mean, it's just like people say, how'd you meet them? Oh, in a restaurant. Oh, here. And so, you know, how did I meet Martin? Well, he was an Uber driver one day. And he drove me really safely. And I said, ooh, what are you doing on Sunday? Because I need a ride to Bucerias. And he said, I can pick you up. Okay. And then he drove so safely and spoke such lovely English. And we started talking, and I said to somebody, he was just like an onion. You just peel one layer off, and there's another, and there's another, and another, and another, and you'll see, you know, it's just like, you know, he's such a humble guy, and he's not going to tout all of it, but he's a treasure for all of us, and I'm excited about what we're going to learn. I'm not on his intellectual level. A lot of you are, and he's tried to tell me about his stuff, and I thought, yeah, okay. But one night, last couple weeks ago, we were sitting, I invited him to a dinner party where I had another couple. There were just 4 of us, because I thought they would enjoy him, and indeed they did. And so I sat there listening to these 3 people talk, and they went further and further and further, and I went, okay, we gotta share this. So that's how he's here, you know. Okay, thanks, Martine. All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin. Okay, now I feel a little shy because this introduction from Robin, and I only want to thank you, all of you, for being here tonight at this place, this wonderful, beautiful, lovely, charming, and warm place that I call Robin's Art Gallery House. This is for me, and please, this is the surprise that I told you, and maybe you have seen.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
This is your place, Robin.
Oh my God.
you haven't.
This is not your lecture. Oh my God.
No, yeah, but because give me a second. Yes, I am recording to my YouTube channel, which is Unity 13 Spirituality, or Unity 13 The Journey to the Self. So other people is gonna be able to watch this conversation tonight, and if they want to come here, because you have been promoting me, so I want to promote you too, because I know you rent your place. So if someone in my YouTube channel want to come here, because this is more than a house in Puerto Vallarta. This is literally a gallery house for me, and everyone's here is gonna be agree with that. Okay. And
Oh my goodness.
and because of this, if someone wants to come here to stay in Robin's house, please leave a comment in my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna be more than happy to arrange the
Summertime only.
yeah. So with this, I wanna welcome you to my movement, which is Unity 13, Unidad 13 in Spanish, is the journey to self. And with this, I want to tell you that, as Robin said, I want to tell you that I have studied some academy knowledge. Maybe it doesn't matter, but what I have learned the most doesn't come from academy formal knowledge. So this is what I want to share with you tonight. And maybe you are asking yourself, what is this conversation about? And to try to answer your that question, if you are asking yourself that question, uh, maybe some of you have heard about Kabbalah, or someone else. Yes? Okay. And what about Kabbalistic astrology? No?
What was the second word?
Kabbalistic astrology.
Astrology.
Okay. Well, don't worry because it comes from the same source. But
Can I excuse it?
Yes.
Just 1 minute. Would you all like the 2 fans on?
No, we turned them off.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
okay, thank you, Robin. And well, I just
Robin, can I ask you one question? This might be, is it possible to turn the cotton on?
Yes, yes, I
This
can.
is like another.
I have to unplug it and it's gonna take a while.
Oh, no, don't do that then.
No, it's
No, I
gonna
can
drain,
wait.
but it's not gonna go that loud.
Yes,
okay. I'm gonna try to continue.
okay.
And I want to say that since I started this project or this movement since April 13 in 2023, and since then has been people with me in some places because I have made a conversation like this right on the beach, and I share them and I share this content in my YouTube channel in Spanish, and now I am trying to share with you people who speak English. And since the beginning, I have had someone behind me that encouraged me to keep going, and I want to thank for that encouragement and that support. And well, once said that, to try to, well, some of you told me that you have heard about Kabbalah, and well, maybe you know that Kabbalah, the word Kabbalah comes from the Hebrew language. So what is Kabbalah? Or Kabbalah comes from the Hebrew language and means literally to receive. Receive what? Everything. But in the Jewish tradition is to receive the oral tradition or the Jewish tradition. But in Kabbalah it's more than that because which is a knowledge or an action wisdom that teach you the laws of the cause and effect of everything. So the Kabbalah studies or tries to explain 2 big things. One of these is the origin of the universe and the human soul, which is huge. If we make a resume of this, it includes all the science and everything. So for me, in my personal point of view, is the study of everything. And I think the brightest minds in this world have studied in one way or another. The big scientific like Albert Einstein, like Isaac Newton, which other, Nate Bohr, or most of the psychologists. The biggest psychologists, they are Jewish because in one way or another they have been in touch with Jewish mysticism, and this is the source of that study. And well, let's continue with this. Well, I said that it's a very action wisdom or knowledge, and every time I try to explain something, I found something different and more interesting. because the source of the study of the Kabbalah comes from the Bible, but the Old Testament. We have the Old Testament and the New Testament, which is called in Jewish people Torah. Say they know it as Torah. Then we have another book that is called the Sefer Yetzirah, and that means the book or formation. I was thinking that this book was created before than this one, but I am wrong, because this book, it was created around the year 1900 before Christ, and this one, it was created only 1,300 years before Christ.
Okay.
So this is the interesting thing that I just learned, and this book was created just since the 12th century. But these three books are the source of the study of Kabbalah, especially this one, because this is try to explain the Torah. But Torah doesn't only include the written Torah, the five Moses book, but includes but also includes the oral Torah, which is the tradition, and these oral traditions come from around 5,800 years ago. And then we have another part of the Torah, which is the mystical Torah, or because the mystical is the Kabbalah. But to study the Kabbalah or to study the Kabbalah, is necessary to do it in 4 levels of understanding. One is the literal, is the literal, the allegorical, the interpretative, and the secrets. The literal is the one that most of the people read and believes that that God made the universe and the world in 7 days, and He just rest. But it's more than that, because if we just take it like that, after that day you stop believing in God, because in my case, I can believe in a infinite, powerful and mighty God that create a world in 7 days, and then he gets tired, If that God has those attributes, He could make it in less than 1 second. So we have these 4 levels, but to get the secrets, we have to study the 3 before, and we have to study the geometry, that is a technique that is assigned to every Hebrew letter, is assigned a numerical value, and this is a deeper knowledge, but I'm not gonna talk much about this tonight. It's only a reference, and I'm giving a free Kabbalah course in my YouTube channel, and you can see more things like this that I am sharing. So the Sefer Yetzirah book tries to explain the mystical process of creation through 32 channels or paths of wisdom that includes the 10 Sefirot. I don't know, have you heard something about this? The 10 Sefirot of the Tree of Life. What about the Tree of Life? Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this comes since the Sefer Yetzirah, and then that process includes the 22 Hebrew letters, and then we have the another book, the Zohar, and this the deepest explanation of the Torah, and this was written by Rabbi Isaac Luria in around 12th century. Okay, because maybe because I told you we're gonna be talking about Kabbalistic astrology, and the first reference we have of this is the Torah at the Genesis 1:14, and says something like this. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." And say something else, and say He made the stars also. So this is the first reference, because he's according to the Kabbalah interpretation, this verse says that creates the sun, the sun and the moon, like tools, or they create these tools as a reference to measure the time, but also the season. So with the sun, we have the reference to measure the 4 seasons with the sun, and with the moon, we are allowed to measure the months. So every month start with the new moon. This is astrologically. Sorry for my pronunciation. Okay. And in the Sefer Yetzirah, this is what the Sefer Yetzirah tell us with this is the Hebrew letters, and tell us that with 3 mother letters, which is the Aleph, Mem, and Shin, with these energies, it was created with the Aleph, the water, with the letter Mem, the water, and with the letter Shin, the fire. They are called mother letters, but I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what they call it like that. But then we have 7 double letters, and with that energy, the Creator creates the energy of the planets, including the sun and the moon, and they are double because they represent a duality between good and evil, and all the dualities that exist, they are represented in these letters of the planets associated with these letters. And then we have the 12 simple letters, which are associated with every constellation, because they are 12 letters. So we have 12 constellations around the astrological cycle. And specifically, because this is going to start tonight, the month of Pisces. And this is the letter, the Gimel, is associated with the planet Jupiter. Okay, we have some other letters, but I am highlighting this one because this is the one that we are interested tonight. Okay, and then we have the association with the zodiac signs. These are the Hebrew letters, but I am highlighting this letter, which is called Kof, and is associated with the constellation of Pisces. So these are the ruling letters for Pisces, and with the energy of the letter Kof was created the constellation of Pisces, and with the letter Gimel was created the planet Saturn. How are you? I am getting too fast.
I'm amazed that you are doing this in your second language.
But are you understanding?
I'm just so impressed. I'm just so impressed.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
But Martin,
Yes.
the planet, I
Yes.
thought it was Jupiter.
Yes, it's Jupiter.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought you just said Saturn, so I was just making sure I'm
You said
following.
Did I say Saturn?
say Saturn,
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
No,
for
you're
that.
good, you're good.
So tonight is a special night because we can see all the planets tonight.
No. It's this. Well, I'm gonna try to.
They are
Okay,
like
keep
that.
going.
It's the new moon
Yeah.
of the house of the beginning of Pisces zodiac sign. Okay.
Tonight.
Tonight. Yes. Yes. We have a Pisces between us.
Probably more than one.
Okay. Well, I already said that we have the astrological reference, which is the Torah, where it said they gave someone gave us the sun and the moon as tools as a measure of time. But the astrological cycle starts with one specific zodiac sign. Maybe you already know, but the reference is also in the Torah at Exodus 12:2, and says something like this: "This month shall be for you the beginning of the months. It shall be the first of the months of the years for you." So the Kabbalistics tell us that this month is Aries. So this is the beginning of the astrological cycle, ending or finishing with Pisces. Okay? But in the book of Zohar, they is telling us that the new moon symbolizes the state of potential reception that begins when the moon doesn't yet reflect the sunlight. So it's a new moon because doesn't reflect any light from the sun. So that's the beginning of the new month in the Kabbalah, or because there's another reference that at the Genesis says that something like this, like was created first the night and then the day. So the days actually starts from this study starts with the night, not with the day. But in the Jewish tradition, this concept of the beginning of a new month, it's called Rosh Jodesh. That literally means head or beginning, head of the month. But this word Rosh has two meanings: is head or a beginning, and the word Chodesh has two meanings too. That literally means month or renewal. But in Kabbalah, there's I don't know how to say this, but it's like a rule that we have to ask ourselves about everything. So because it has two meanings, we can have these four combinations. Could be the head of the month, like I said, but could be also the head of the renewal. But if we use as a beginning, it could be the beginning of the month or the beginning of the renewal. So what do you think is the correct one of all of these four?
The beginning of the month.
Say all four of them.
Yeah.
Beginning of the renewal, sounds positive.
Okay,
Or beginning of the month.
the four of them are correct. Yeah. The four of them are correct, but we have to get the joint. Why we used to have the head is the head the beginning, or is the head always goes first? Maybe in some animals they have the head in one side and the tail in the other, but that doesn't mean that is the first. Maybe they walk straight and is the first. But we have to make this question: why don't they say, okay, is the beginning of the month, or is the first of the month, or simply is the new moon? Okay, so this is what Kabbalah invites us to ask about everything. Doesn't invite us only to believe in something. Invite us to make questions about everything. So one possible response about this is that has to be because with our head we have the conscious, we think, and we are aware about everything. So this could be a possible response that that concept of head has to be with the consciousness at the beginning of a new cycle. And because of this, maybe I don't know if your tradition in your countries, but here in Mexico we have every new year we make proposals that we're gonna lose weight, we're gonna go yeah. So do you?
I'll do that.
We're gonna travel, we're gonna start working out and whatever. But we are not really aware when we are starting these proposals or these goals, because maybe it's not, maybe we can go to the gym for 1 month and after that we stop going and I said, okay, I'm gonna enjoy the life and whatever. So this is what Rosh Chodesh means, that we have to be aware, to be conscious about the beginning of the energy. We have to be aware of the energy available at the beginning of a new cycle. And so all what I say is because I wanted to come here, to stay here. This is the purpose of this conversation, because it's a special day, it's a special night, it's starting a new cycle in the next 30 nights. There's gonna be very specific energy which is ruled by the zodiac sign of Pisces. And to try to explain this, I have to explain the characteristics of that month, or the attributes of this month. The first one is the ruling letters. It has an element, a symbol, associated color. All these attributes that I'm gonna be explaining, starting with the ruling letters that I just say, that they are with the energy of the letter Kaf was created the zodiac sign. Which one? Pisces. You're paying attention. Thanks for that. And with the Gimel, with the letter Gimel, Jupiter. Yeah, no Saturn. Okay. And I don't know who think about it, or who made this. But what I think, this is only a representation of the energy of this time, because what is this energy about Pisces? The energy about Pisces is that it's a high spiritual level. It actually is like a hidden knowledge of spirituality. And with the letter Gimel, which is associated with Jupiter, is associated to the good luck, with the fortune and the justice. So if you can try to remember these shapes of these of this letter because we are going to synthesize all what I have talked about and what I'm gonna be talking about in these two letters. You know, when we have a limitation of something, we have to symbolize it in maybe in one object or one figure. So I think this is what someone tried to do when do that. Only synthesize that energy on it. And another thing that I want to say is that people born under the influence of Pisces, they have the same attributes. And I like it. I like Pisces. maybe if you know some a Pisces one, maybe you're gonna see these characteristics in that person. Okay, the element of a Pisces is the water, which is associated with emotions and with the transition of the states, because we have the gas, ice, and liquid. Okay. The symbol is a fish, two fishes swimming in the opposite side, that represents the duality. And I'm forgetting about this. Well, it represents the balance between the spiritual and material worlds, but it's a duality too. Okay, and the associated colors is the lavender or purple, the soft blue, and sea green or aquamarine. And well, I don't know.
Two Pisces sitting right here.
Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And people who studied auras or colors or whatever, they tell us that these frequencies of the light that are these colors. They tell us that when they are reading the aura, they tell us when we have these colors in our aura, these colors are more associated with the spiritual levels, with the love, with the joy and the happiness. But in the opposite way, if we have in our aura these colors, we are feeling anger, fear, and hate. So that's what they say. I don't know. I have never seen an aura from anyone, but that's what they say. And the house association of the Pisces zodiac sign is the house 12. That means that if this is the first house, this is the 12th.
Yep.
Yeah. So because of this Kabbalistic explain that when someone born under the influence of Pisces, they have already experienced all the before zodiac signs in other lives, and maybe in this incarnation they don't have to incarnate again, because they have done that. That's what I say. I don't really know. I'm sorry.
No wonder I'm tired.
Yeah.
We're old school.
Absolutely.
Old school.
That's what I thought, because and that makes a Pisces person a very wise person. They are wise because they have in past lives all the experience of being every single zodiac sign. But because this is the 12th,
Yeah.
Pisces and every other signs, every other people in the world, we are going to experience another house which is the 13. That means the unity. Because that makes sense if we think that we come from the unity and we have to return to that unity too. So eventually we're gonna experience that house too. But for Pisces, this is the last one. That this the
So
is the
Aries-
last
Aries
is the first one. So
Aries is-
is the last opportunity for for them. Okay. Pisces, yes. That's what they say. I don't know if this is true, but for sure, we're gonna figure it out when we pass away.
Oh, I thought we were figuring it out tonight. I was looking forward, Martin.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that.
Is there
Okay.
any other Pisces here?
Okay.
So when they,
My dad was a Pisces.
How are you?
Everybody in
they
my
say
family's a
that
Pisces.
Scorpios and Pisces are perfect mates. Is that true?
Again? I'm sorry. I didn't understand the question.
They say that Scorpios
Yes.
and Pisces are perfect mates.
I don't know. Well, I'm going to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to explain to respond that question in a few minutes. Because all of this I have said, there are key traits about this Pisces person, Pisces people, and they are highly intuitive and empathetic. They are deeply spiritual and imaginative. They can be idealistic and romantic, often sensitive and self-sacrificing, and sometimes prone to escapism. Because, and that makes sense, because if they are a very spiritual person, maybe they want to, they already know how is to experience all the zodiac signs, and they already know that there is a higher connection to the spiritual levels. So they escape to spiritual worlds, and maybe sometimes we don't understand them because they are in their sky world, and they are thinking very high, and maybe we don't understand them. But this is why. So that makes there are some archetypes, and they are mystical, they are dreamers, empathetic, and healers. There are some governing body parts that Pisces presents. The people born in Pisces. The first one is the feet. That's why they are very good dancers, or or whatever related with the feet. They are very good of it. The lymphatic system, they work very well with them, because their immune system works very well, including all the circulation of fluids, and they have a very good skin health and self-recovery. But something that I just found very interesting is that the pineal gland. You know what is this? The pineal gland. You know. Well, it's I don't know what it is, but it's on the head. It's inside the head into the brain.
Like in the middle, no, Martin?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
forehead, third eye level, I think.
Oh, you already know what it is.
I know.
Okay. And this pineal gland is activated when we sleep and when we meditate. And it's our connection to spiritual levels. When we are dreaming, this gland is activated, and we can the astral travels. Have you heard about this? Is connected to this pineal gland. So everyone can do that, because everyone have it. Everyone have this pineal gland. But because all I have said, the Pisces people, they have a special connection with these body parts. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, we're almost finished.
No.
No, no, okay,
Keep going.
okay. You may say, what has to do the tarot with the Kabbalah? And I had the same question. But in some cases, I have seen that with someone who studied the tarot, they use also the Hebrew letters. And so it has to be for one reason. But what I found so interesting is that the related card is the moon. And now I'm gonna try to explain what. Could you remind me your name, please?
Larry.
Larry.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a cookie in my hand.
Yeah. I'm sorry for
I
that.
just got the cookie, so I'm
Okay,
sorry.
don't worry.
I got distracted.
Because that makes sense, because if the element that rules Pisces is the water, we know that the moon regulates all the cycles on states of the waters. Okay, but not only for Pisces. That affects also those zodiac signs
Right.
that are influenced or they have a characteristic in water, and those signs is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So that's why they are very close. They have this affinity to each other because they are very emotional. They are very intense, and they are very sensitive too. So you're right. They can go very good partners because this affinity in the waters. Okay. And because of this, okay, I understand now why I am here at this month, staying here in this city beach in Puerto Vallarta, talking to all of you, and all that I have said. And well, I don't know what else I can say, but I was trying to make a meditation, a guided meditation for you, but I don't think it's a good idea. But I want you to remember these two letters. That when you see these two letters, I want you to remember all that I have said about Pisces energy, because this is when you see this, you're gonna get conscious about the energy available for the next 30 days. And beyond that, there are guided meditations. The most important meditation is the one that oneself can do, because it's very different, the meditation that I can do, that someone else can do it, and it's different, the connection of your energy with the energy available. So and it's gonna be very different from yeah, for sure. And so that's why I don't want to guide you in a meditation, because you have to make your own connection. And this is what I wanted to share. And I don't know if you have a question or or you wanna share something, or you have a comment about Vicky.
I have a question.
Yes.
You were saying that tonight is kind of a beginning, new
Yes.
energies. You connected it to,
Yes.
A lot of us like to make New Year's resolutions, is the
Yes.
word that I would use. And this will be a good time to do that. would our resolutions need to be lined up with the characteristics of the Pisces energy, or could they be any kind of resolution? Would
Okay.
they need to be lined up with being more sensitive, more empathic, more spiritual? Do you understand my
Yeah,
question?
I understand.
Okay.
And to try to answer your question, I want to tell you that the people who is born under the influence of Pisces, they have this energy along the year and
Yeah.
and all along their lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand
They can avoid that
Yes.
because it's their characteristics. But in the next 30 days, we can take advantage of the same energy that they have, because there is a specific time to do something. So if you see that, for example, in the winter time in your country, it's gonna be cold. You come here because you want to avoid, and it's astrological too. It has to do with the position where you are with the sun and with the moon. It's different. The one that is there, that is here. We cannot deny that, and the proof is that we are here. But if we are aware of that energy, we can say, okay, there is a very joyful energy and very lucky energy. So what I'm gonna do is up to you. I won't tell you what to do with that energy, because it's what I was trying to say, that I don't want to tell anyone what to do. They have to get their own connection to the energy. I am just telling you the information, but you have to connect yourself with yourself and with the possibility of the energy available. I don't know if I
Yes, I got it, thank you.
Okay.
Well, so I am a Pisces, so
Okay.
let me
Nice to
jump
meet you.
ahead to the next new moon,
Okay.
whichever one that would be. So for me, that would not be my natural energy.
Yeah, and
If
it's
I
gonna be
wanted-
the same. It's
the
gonna be the
energy.
same. Actually, I'm gonna be talking about that new moon too in
Yeah.
in the next month, and I'll be sharing with you if you want in a WhatsApp group. I don't remember if you are in this group.
No, I'm not in that group.
Okay, if you want, I can add you to that group, and I'm gonna be sharing by YouTube, or if you want, we can do something like this at that night, and try to explain and to be aware about that energy, because as we said, the Aries is the first month of the astrological cycle, so there's gonna be for sure a very good energy for the beginnings in the entire month. Actually, it is, and I'll be talking about it in the next new moon.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I kind of like to see that list of the Pisces characteristics again. But
Yes.
just spirituality as an example, does that mean that because there's that energy, that you, if you're in tune with it, you might make a spiritual breakthrough or have an opening to a more understanding? Is that how I interpret it?
Well, that's your interpretation is very valid. I don't want to say something against that. But what I'm trying to say is that, okay, we have all these characteristics, and everyone's have a connection with this in one way or another. And another thing is that we are everyone and everything that exists is spiritual in one level or another. In all maybe it's, I don't want to say that it's a low level or a high level, but we are all spiritual beings, and with this is what I try to say, that we have to get our own connection with our levels and aspire to connect to a higher levels of spirituality. And it's gonna be, I don't want to say that it's less or more or whatever, but it's only different. Yes.
Yeah, I'd be curious about the meditation. You made a decision to not do the meditation.
Yes.
But I am curious about the meditation
Okay.
that you were considering
Yes.
to present.
Well, it's a meditation. It's a guided meditation where I ask you to, like, close your eyes and breathe and think about it and think about the.
I would love to experience that with you.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, we can do it if you want. But I think, in what I think, it's a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous because when we meditate, we open our soul to the spiritual levels, and sometimes we don't know what the other people has with them, so we can mix our energies, and I think it's dangerous, and I'm telling you, I prefer not to do that,
Okay.
but it's up to you.
But you believe in meditation.
Yeah, but it's
Not
different.
guided meditation.
Is it not? Yeah, a private meditation is the one that works. I remember like 15 days ago when you told me I meditate in this way and I understand very well. So I didn't insist to help you with that because I know it's the way that you connect with yourself, with your inner thoughts, and with your soul. And that's the meditation that really works. The ones that makes you connect with your higher spiritual levels.
But I think
Yes.
when I didn't know anything about meditation years ago, and I felt little, I knew what prayer was, but I was like, okay, and I went to a workshop, believe it or not, on meditation,
Yes,
And
yeah.
I'm learning how to meditate,
Yeah.
and it was really beneficial,
Yeah.
And I bought the guy's book, right? And then I bought more, and I gave them to all my kids,
Do you meditate?
because, yeah,
Yeah.
I do. But I just think that there was, that insecurity or that anxiety of not really knowing what I'm doing, and then it was beneficial to have a guided meditation, on a primary,
We kinda gave you some structure.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it gave me, okay, so this is it, and it's really interesting because I have a spiritual church at home, Unity Church, but anyway, and I brought my grandkids that don't ever go to church, and I brought them in, and we were meditating, and all of a sudden I saw my kids like this, and I went, my grandkids, I went, whoa, where'd they learn that, So they had been exposed to something along the way.
Yoga.
Yeah, so yoga or whatever. But, but anyway, I really respect your respecting us.
Yes, I do.
But do you have that on your YouTube? Like how to
No,
meditate?
no, I don't have a meditation on YouTube. But like I told you, if you remember the Hebrew letters, and you're gonna connect in one way or another, because the Hebrew letters are powerful tools that concentrates energy, and only because you saw them, your soul understand. And I know you're gonna understand when you're gonna remember when you see them again, or even when you sleep tonight. Well, I don't want to tell you more, but Yes.
I did notice that the two letters had a lot of similarities
Yes.
of the swirls and the turning back.
Yes.
Wanted to look at that again, but yeah, they had parts of them that were.
I mean, in Hebrew, there's no vowels. The Hebrew alphabet has no vowels.
It's not about this.
There's no vowels in the Hebrew.
Ah, no vowels. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
all consonants. And
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah,
So
you're right.
And so that's also quite interesting, because when you translate from Hebrew into other languages,
Yeah,
it becomes quite, without the vowels, it becomes, fairly mysterious.
yeah,
And also the roots of Judaism is the question
yeah.
and not the answer.
That's what you were
Mm.
talking
And so,
about the other
and
night.
so you had brought that up too, and the Kabbalah you brought up the deep history to it,
Yes.
and and obviously in this one little session, you can't go probably much deeper than you've gone, but you did reference Einstein, and Einstein was a deep,
Yes, it was.
and a lot
And
of,
many other scientists.
and a lot of what Einstein
Yes.
was, supposedly he was the one to discover, came out of the Kabbalah, from his study.
Mm.
Correct, right?
I don't know, but what I know, he was scientific, mystical scientific. That's the way I see Einstein. Is a mystical scientific.
Mystical scientist.
In the same way that Isaac Newton or Descartes or Da Vinci.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, and well, any other comment, question, whatever?
If you look at the letter on the right,
The cup. Yes.
this shape that,
Yes.
I don't know what to call it, but you can see it very similar within the letter on the
Like
left.
this one. This shape,
And if
you
you
mean?
look at the swirl on the right, it's like the first part of the swirl and the last part of the swirl both appear in the letter on the left, connected to the shape that looks like maybe a hammer.
Oh, that is right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you're very right.
The letter on the right has, for lack of a better way to put it, is like a little antenna,
Yeah.
but the one on the left has three.
Three antenna, yeah.
But they have a repeating version of different shapes.
Yeah.
It's almost like the one on the left is an abbreviation or a unity of the one on the right.
Before your question, please hold it. Don't forget it, because I want to make a comment about what she's saying. You're very right, and this is the only one Hebrew letter that has this shape.
Separate.
But another Kabbalistic says that this meaning is that they come since the low levels, going higher to spiritual. So this line represents the lower levels, and this represents the connection to the higher levels of spirituality. So, yeah, you're right. And I don't know about this letter, only the one I mentioned before, but you're very right. Thank you. So, your question or
It
comment?
wasn't, that's just what I am studying now. I just saw that the end of the swirl, which is nice.
Yeah, and another thing that, well, you maybe already know is that the Hebrew language is read from the right to the left.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
hadn't thought about that.
So that's why I mentioned first the
So
cup,
the
and
beginning is attached to the
so it's
lower.
read it in that direction,
From the right to the
from the right to the left. It's in the opposite way that we are.
Yeah,
Yes. So your question.
It wasn't a question exactly.
No.
I just found it
Arlene,
shaped.
I have something to say to that. This form of your representation of the Hebrew letters seem very stylized to me, and they're also capitals. I think it would be, like, I grew up learning Hebrew and Yiddish,
Okay.
so, that's what I'm saying, if there were other forms, if another list of letters drawn a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
way would look slightly different than those two, correct? Because the
Yeah.
lowercase of a gimel is like a backward 3,
Yeah.
and a kof is similar but different, right?
Yeah,
than
yeah.
this. So I'm just saying there's this, what you're looking at, it's a little bit it's like calligraphy, right?
Yeah.
Or of a certain way of writing those letters, but if you went to a different page, you might see the letters are the same, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, just drawn it. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And you know what? You're right, because these kind of letters, it was the way that it was writing by hand. So they used a very special brush or pencil. Yeah.
Yeah, but a scribe, all the letters in the Torah they're all written by scribes, so it was all hand.
Yeah, because,
everything was written by
yeah.
hand done.
Yeah.
Every Torah is hand done.
And in the list that I show is a modern Hebrew letters, a modern Hebrew alphabet.
Okay, so.
But this is more
So if
stylish.
somebody was I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if somebody was researching the Hebrew alphabet, you might come up with a different page that looks slightly different than
Yes.
these, but they're the same letters.
You
Yes.
just said, is every Torah, I mean, I'm really ignorant about this, handwritten?
I believe
In the
that's-
synagogue, if they have a big Torah?
I believe that the origin of
Everyone's-
each one was handwritten, yeah.
The original.
Scribes, yeah.
It was all
Oh,
handwritten.
no, scribes, but I mean,
Yeah.
It was
I
all
go to
handwritten.
a bar mitzvah or bar mitzvah, and that particular Torah in that synagogue is handwritten.
Correct,
Wow,
correct.
wow.
Yeah.
And who is doing that? Right now, I mean,
I mean, in World War II, I mean, that's why what was even so extreme beyond the fact that
Wow.
6
They were
million
destroyed.
Jews, the desecration
Yeah.
of all these handwritten Torahs that were in the synagogues.
Mhm.
And then in fact, after the Holocaust, and it was the fact that to recover all of these, and if you go to a synagogue, when they bring out the Torah,
Yeah.
it's handwritten. It's
from
to this-
ancient or from you?
To this day,
Either.
Mm.
either,
Either.
yeah,
Well, I
To this
did not
day.
know that.
to this day.
And most synagogues have a history of, they usually have a couple Torahs, and they'll have a history of where each came from.
Mm.
Wow,
And it's acknowledged,
wow,
yeah.
wow.
So so in the bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah,
Yeah.
and when the Torah is brought out, I mean, it's very, you're talking about the wakan, the energy, the spirit of those, all of that's within it, and when it's unrolled, it's
And
quite.
are Torahs purchased? You create a new synagogue, you need a Torah? Are they handed down? Are they sold or purchased for these synagogues? Do you know? Are they endowed or whatever? Well, I was just curious. I did not know that. I think that's fascinating.
Maybe there's a library of Torahs, old ones somewhere.
Okay, so maybe with this we finish this presentation. But before I finish, well, I don't know if you agree with that. If you don't have any comments or whatever, I think it's been more than interesting and.
Do you present this to groups then?
I have presented only by YouTube channel. I have had some people at the beach, and this is what I'm trying to say next, because in the next full moon, which is the full moon of Pisces, is a very special celebration. Maybe you already know, it's the Purim, which is associated with the joyful and with the happiness. And because I try to do this every full moon at the beach or whatever. But in the next full moon, I want to do this in La Cruz, in La Manzanilla Beach, because there is a beach that has the sight for this direction, and it's possible to see when the full moon shows up. So and I want to invite you, if you want to come, I can share the link and the details, because you know, this is a celebration. If you know the tradition, that is a must. We have to drink, you know. And
What day is it?
it's gonna be March 13. And with this, we're gonna have this celebration, and I'm gonna give another conversation, not like this, maybe more reflexive, but it's gonna be more like the party, and we're gonna have some activities like dancing, or maybe Tai Chi or yoga session, or some activities that they are amazing, but right in that place. This is I think it's a perfect place for all these activities, because they have like a square, they have a pool, and they have accommodations in that place. So I want to invite you, if you want to come. But well, I'll be sharing the details and information in my WhatsApp group or by YouTube channel. So and to invite you to be aware about this energy available. And for me, it's been a big pleasure. I feel more than happy to talk to you tonight about this, because I feel, and I am pretty sure, that this is what I have to be doing right now. And the proof is that I am here just talking to you. So thank you very much, and thank you, Robin, again.
This is totally different from the conversation we had at the table that night. I mean, the